Hi, and welcome to this series of videos about this incredible new book, Potent Power of Menopause, a culturally diverse collection of perspectives from women around the world. And today we're joined by the amazing Dawn Bates, the international best-selling author and all-round incredible force of nature. And I'm just super pleased to have you here to talk about your chapter. Dawn, hello.
Hello, my darling. How are you? Delighted to be here.
Oh, I'm good, and it's lovely you're here with us. Now, before we go anywhere, I just have to say that is not a Zoom background that you can see there. That actually is Costa Rica. And Dawn is lucky enough to be sat there in the gorgeous sunshine with parrots and macaws and everything.
And trucks and neighbours driving by, families of 5 on a motorbike. Yeah, it's all good here. So I'm not going to make any apologies for the background noises. So you just have to focus, ladies and gentlemen that are listening to this.
So, Dawn, your chapter, What Mama Didn't Tell Me. Can you just give us a little bit of information about it and actually what it is and what drew you to this chapter? What drew you to actually starting the book, essentially?
Okay, so Mama Didn't Tell Me is coming from the angle that my mum had a hysterectomy shortly after my sister was born, so when she was about 25. And I remember her saying when I started my period, don't expect me to tell you about the menopause because I'm not going to have it. I've had a hysterectomy. And so I was like, oh, all right, then I've just started my period. I'm 9 years old. Like, what the hell is menopause? I really have no idea. But then there's like, I was getting older and then like, oh, you're 30 now, you'll be starting your menopause soon, and all like the jokes and all the stuff that you hear and like, but I realized that a lot of women like myself, we think that menopause is, when we hit our nan's age, when we're baking cakes and got, white curly hair and they're in our slacks and our pinafore. And we're like 70 and 80 years old, but not happening. And it was like, okay, well, I need to know about this. Mum can't tell me. And I realized that more and more women don't have a mother to guide them through it, because either it's not spoken about because it's just menopause, you just get on, you just get on with it, you pull up your Bridgets and get on with it, or it's not something that women talk about in lots of cultures around the world. But living in Egypt, I realized that the women got together, and I know a lot of people, they talk about the whole men and women segregation thing, but men and women do that naturally anyway. But it was the conversations that I heard when I lived in Egypt, that I was like, oh, and then reading the Red Tent, etc., like this tribe of women, and I'm like, oh, okay. And you hear all these things, and I was like, I want to know more. But everything, I'm a geek, Kate. I love getting my geek on. I read textbooks all the time. I'm working towards my PhD with Oxford in human rights and social justice. So, you've got to kind of be a bit of a geek. And all the books out there were so depressing. Most of them were written by men, or they were written by women who were trying to prove that they were not emotional, that they were to be taken seriously, And it's like, can't we just have something funny? Can't we have something that is real? Can't we have like life experiences? And so I started journaling about the book when I was crossing the Atlantic. And like, okay, this is the kind of book I want to read. This is the kind of book that other women are going to want to read. So this is what we're going to do. And then I get on land after 3 months of being out on the ocean. And Clarissa turns up and it's like, Clarissa, let's do this book. All right, then, let's do it. So, yeah. How it came to be.
Great, yeah. I think that's a really important point you made at the beginning there about not everyone has women around them who can have those conversations. Even though in Egypt you could hear those conversations, there are women in so many contexts, whether it be your own way, your mum had a hysterectomy, or whether your parents have passed, or you've been in care, or or you've been in a abusive situation and you don't feel able to have those conversations. There are so many women out there who don't feel as though this applies to them. They can't access that background information about what to expect and what to have.
No, they don't. And also a lot of women we're lone wolves. You know, we've like got heads down, we're on with their mission, we're just getting on with it. And I would also anticipate that part of that is I don't want to deal with XYZ. So I'm just going to get my head down and deal with my work, because work will never let me down, ever. Yeah, like there are lots of women that are lone wolves, and we've been so conditioned not to speak about things that are going on for fear of being seen as weak women or emotional, or, oh, just doing drama. And it's like, well, you know what? Emotions are dramatic. That's why we have them. And emotion is just energy in motion. And if we don't release it, it's why, you know, like imagine you never cried. Oh my God. I cry if a dog gets hurt in a movie or a horse gets hurt. I get upset when I see a boat sinking too in a movie. I don't like it when they damage the tall ships. But, you know, there are certain things I cry a lot. Like, I'm like, oh my God, that's just so lovely. I am tough and I am strong and I am bloody minded, but I'm also very soft and gentle. Things our body will speak to us. If we don't take care of who we are, our body's not going to take care of us.
Yeah.
It's going to give up on us. We have to listen to our bodies.
Yeah, and the menopause is a massive time when you have to take stock of everything and start to say, this, I need to look after me and the body that I live in, and make sure that it's there to support us for the next phase, essentially.
Absolutely, our second phase.
Indeed, our second phase of our womanhood. Thank you very much, Dawn.
You're very welcome.
You landed from in South America, so you crossed the Atlantic.
Yeah.
3 weeks. Oh my God, I can't imagine.
3 months.
3 months. Oh my God, I'm already
it's great.
sick. Right. So you've crossed the Atlantic. You land. You get in contact with Clarissa. So you land, and you get in contact with Clarissa, and Clarissa gives you the big thumbs up, and you're on. So you start to put this book together, and you start talking about menopause. So when you start talking about menopause, how do things start to change?
Well, I noticed that a lot of women in their 30s tell me to be quiet. They don't want to hear it because they still haven't found the guy to have a relationship with, let alone to have children. They don't want to hear it. And this thing, so the younger women don't want to hear it. The Latin American women, seriously, they're just like, just go to the doctors. They'll just give you some tablets and you'll be all right. And I'm like, what? The Arab women, they're like, oh, just ride it. You know, they're just deal with it. And it's just natural. And, you know, like God designed you this way, just accept it, learn from it and move on, pass through it. And so there's some very different, but then it was like the women who were like me, deeply in their witchy, they're like, yep, it's all like, you know, alternative, you know, natural. And like I said to you, I used to be a raver. I put a lot of chemicals in my body in the past, and I want to have a natural life. I want to be organic, you know, unless it's 100% deep for the mosquitoes, then bring that on and I'll bath in it. But it's listening to the natural. We are natural. We are built naturally. But if your body gets to a point where nature's not working for you, and you need to have HRT or you need to have pharmaceutical intervention, then do it. But be you. Listen to your ideas. Listen to what your body is telling you. Listen to the older women. What did they go through? What helped them? It's your body. It's your choice. Do not just listen to one narrative. Do not just listen to the doctors. There are some amazing healers. Sue, the energy healer. You know, Fiona talks about nutrition. You talk about what's going on in the supportive world or non-supportive world of corporate life. Surround yourself with a tribe of women that will support you and accept you and your choice for your body, not bully you or manipulate you or pressure you into doing something that is not right for you. Just because it worked for them doesn't mean so it works for you. Don't give me gluten because you'll probably kill me. Don't give a friend of mine peanuts, you'll kill her.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with your menopause. Listen to yourself, listen to your religion, listen to your culture, listen to your spirituality, listen to your body, listen to yourself. You are the most important person in this conversation. And speak out and tell people, you know what, this is how I'm feeling today. Tell your children, tell your husband or your partner or whoever, like, you know, just speak out about it and be open about it. Because if we keep quiet and we keep hiding who we are, women will always be holding themselves back. It's not about society holding us back. It is about us holding ourselves back. We are the designers and the creators of our life, and we have to harness our own power. And if we don't, other people will take it from us for their own power.
We have over centuries been convinced that as soon as we hit menopause, we lose our power, we become invisible, we become less.
Oh, we don't.
But actually, we become more powerful.
Yeah, we do.
More focused, more driven, more able than we have ever been before. And it's about stepping into that power and recognizing that power and moving forward with it, instead of just allowing the standard story that we're given to be your narrative. And I think that's really important. And one of the big parts of this book is about saying that women are all powerful as they go through this phase.
Absolutely, they are.
So it is very much about opening the door, allowing that power in, and then embracing it, really.
Absolutely, it is. Allowing it to flow. We've had a monthly flow every week, every month for a week. So we might as well continue the flow in a different way.
From that point, what a great connection that is. On that point, Dawn, thank you so much. It has been fabulous speaking to you, and I can't say I'm not jealous about Costa Rica from West London. Thank you so much. It's been
You're very welcome.
And equally, thank you to you and to Clarissa for bringing this book together. It's been, I know, one hell of a journey.
Yeah, it has. But like Sue said, I you know, coming up with the idea to bring like alpha women, menopausal women together to write a book, only you would do that, Dawn. But yeah, you know, but it's necessary. It was absolutely necessary. And I've grown so much from this book, and I know everybody that's been involved. Yes, we've all been challenged. Yes, we've all gone through so much. I mean, for those that are listening, just so as you know, while we've all been writing this book, we've had deaths in families, we've had illnesses, we've had business transformations, we've had so many things, and we've still got on and we've still done it. No excuses. If you want something and you want to be part of change, whatever that change is, you've just got to go with it, and you've just got to own it. You've just got to be in your power and harness that feminine fire within you, because if you don't, the fire's just going to go out. And it's always good to have a bit of fire.
Gosh, isn't it just? Thank you, Dawn. Amazing to speak to you and to see you.
Likewise.
And I will see you soon. But for everybody else, please subscribe. There's a whole series of these videos. This book is incredible. You will find nothing out there as diverse and as interesting about menopause as this book. Honestly,
or as funny.
Or as funny. Honestly, it's one of a kind. So subscribe, make sure you get these videos as they come out. It's going to be great to take you on this journey. And again, thanks, Dawn. See you.
You're very welcome. Thanks, Kate. Ciao, ciao.